Don't watch me, watch Nolazine TV. It's the best video ever and subscribe to it.
Man, shout out to Nolazine TV, man. When you tapping in with Nolazine TV, you tapping in with the culture, man. I'm El Mott. Y'all know who I am, so you know y'all tap in.
So El Mott, but just explain your before your journey, like just just traveling and just being one. I'm like Guerilla, I'm like marketer. Just like going to put your stickers everywhere, going to Philly to people hood, just everything in general.
Man, I'm talking about like, me, I normally hit up bathrooms. I'm saying, when we piss at, I put stickers up there. I mean, I might like this. No, real talk. Like, no, I literally went to school for marketing, but these ideas came from me being in prison, reading reading like all the magazines like Double XL, Vibe magazine, every magazine just possible, just dealing with the music industry, like from Rolling Stone, et cetera, et cetera. But my thing is, I'm a guerrilla marketer, and my professor who was teaching me, Eric Cager, and he also runs a conference in New Orleans, and he's also a Grammy Award winner too as well. And Eric Cager, man, he told me, man, I passed the class at the top of my class because when he was in South by Southwest, he went inside the bathroom to take a leak, and he saw my sticker on, on
I heard you say it earlier before like Clubhouse.
Right, real talk. And I said it on Clubhouse. I'm letting people know like the grind. And not only that, the guy Nico Bands, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Nico Bands, I think you did an interview with Nico Bands as well. He seemed like he was in Alabama and he was taking a piss and he saw my sticker there and he was like, dude, you're a genius. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just finding odd places to put them. Like I always put them on gas stations. And what I really do, I go meet the people. And don't get me wrong, because I promote, I've been like on a lot of these platforms, before a lot of people because I'm always in tune with the tech world. Like I'm a Tesla head and I just love tech world. Like anything dealing with technology, I used to read Popular Science magazines when I was in prison, so it kept me in tune with things of that nature. So I was, I like to be the first to get on them so I could cover that ground. But I feel it's more effective when you in them streets and you putting up in people's neighborhood, like me driving to Philly and going meet ARL, General Reezy, Dog Low, Leak Moss, the whole OBH and the whole neck up and just, meeting Gilly the Kid and just running down on all these different artists that I have met, in the game. You know what I'm saying? From My Son to J Electronica, whoever, whoever you can name, I ran up on a lot of people and it's just networking and letting these people know who I am, what I have to offer, what we could do to combine to make features. Cause like I got a lot of features with a lot of those guys and 2021, I'm gonna be releasing a project called A Weekend in Philly with a lot of those guys. And I have another project. What'd you say?
Hey, but that's dope. But I was about to say, but I call it like New Orleans to Philly, because you probably ran across so many Philly artists, and you just start doing like, but that's kind of like a good idea. Like even if you just go to Houston and you just go do something like 10 artists.
Well, this is my concept. Like this concept has never been explored. All right, I got another tape called The Five Barrels. So that's all New York artists. I got The Weekend in Philly. It's just me and Philly artists. So what I'm just basically saying, letting them know, like, man, when I come down there, I tap in with y'all. And I'm just letting people from my city or my fan base, letting them know about my adventures in Philly, my journey when I went through Philly and when I met certain people and just the vibe I get from there. So we just get together as artists and make music. So every time I come to the city, because I plan on keep doing them, Weekend in Philly 1, 2, 3, Five Barrels 1, 2, 3, and then I got the California tape. I got the ATL Invasion. I got all these different tapes that I'm saying that I already got like recorded. So I'm just ready to drop them at a timely fashion.
Okay. So what's the average day like for El Mott?
Man, the average day for me is all work. Like right now, I'm in the studio. Like I have a Apollo Twin Double. You feel what I'm saying? I have an Apple Screen. I have a MacBook. I got the microphone as you can see right here. I record people when I'm not doing my own self, or I'm not recording my own work, or I might be recording my artists because I am an audio engineer. I went to school for audio engineering and live audio. You know what I'm saying? And I record all my work. Like I sent it out for a mix with this guy named Hendrix. It was a guy I met in school. Me and him was together on the mixing projects. So it's like, I might send it off to him when I'm real busy. But at the same time, like, when it comes to, music, I produce all that myself.
Okay. So I'm like being a music artist, So how has the pandemic just like impacted you, like far as putting your music out, just making money, and before being a music artist?
Well, I'm gonna say this, like, well, I have a Shopify account. My Shopify account is it's the heartfelt experience. So, you know, I'm getting shirts printed out, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people tap in with me, like the fans who I did develop over the years, you know what I'm saying? So when I look at my analytics, what I do, you know what I'm saying? I get in there and not to veer off from the question that you just asked me about the COVID, because I just want to let you know that all this is encompassed in that same question. I think COVID actually made it better for me, because now certain people could kind of see me. If they was moving so fast, they kind of slowed down. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody on their phones more. They on their phone way more because we can't really come outside. So I've been getting a lot of, man, you know, a lot of comments on my videos, a lot of, you know, traction, you know, on my platform. So that's the beautiful thing about COVID. You know, like, you know, of course, you know, we can't get out there and really do our normal lives, and like far as doing shows. But I actually just got hit up from a guy in Kansas City and asked me when I wanted to do a show in Connecticut, like today as we speak. So it seems like everything about the, you know, is about to start picking back up.
And they finding ways, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be creative, man. But like as an artist, like, you know, you have to be creative. Like
I heard somebody on Clubhouse earlier, and she was like, man, she's starting her platform to like do digital concerts. So like she gonna have you in a room, you doing your concert, but like all your audience gonna be able to like tip you.
Yeah, that's gangster. You talking about the lady at Loud? Yeah, you talking about the woman from Loud?
Loud Stream. Yeah, I actually met her personally first.
Yeah, shout out to Gas and shout out to Loud and shout out to all those.
Yeah, my name Chris.
Yeah, Chris. She been in the room with us a couple of times, but you know what I'm saying, when I was moderating. So that's like, you know, it's a beautiful thing to have people like her. She's a genius in her time, because right now, due to COVID, that's a genius idea. You feel what I'm saying?
But you know, if that's like me, you know, like if like my goal, I wanted to, you know, go around the world and just do what you did, like guerrilla marketing, and just interview everybody and make them actually see what I'm doing.
Man, say, bro, the beautiful thing about doing that, bro, I mean, and like you got the cameras. Let me show you something about that camera. The camera is like one of the most powerful things. Because I wanted to do a show called Behind the Lens. I wanted to produce a show called Behind the Lens, where I'm actually talking to the people that's behind the camera. Right. And I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know they don't have no real show that's like that.
What they see.
Right. What you say?
Yeah, but you want to know like what they see.
I want to know what the person with, you know, behind the camera, because they see a lot of shit now. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like behind the lens, and I think that'll really, you know, be something good to get into. You feel what I'm saying? I had to just give it some people and really put that together, because I think that'll be a beautiful thing. Instead of you have, because I've been on both sides. Like I direct sometimes, like I directed most of my videos, and I be on both sides of the lens, so I kind of understand it from both angles. You feel what I'm saying?
So like, I want you to like actually give I'm like younger artists some advice, like for as you, like, you know, if you might not like spend money with bloggers or different things like that, but the way you do it is you would actually, all right, but if a blog actually support you, you will go out and start promoting for the blog. For the blog, and like kind of be like the advocate for it, or like just, you know, and just put other people on it.
Right. I mean, like I say, I'm one of the first people in the walls that really just be touching a lot of platforms, like outside of the, you know, just me being an independent, like no kind of help. Like I did Small Eyes, I did This Is 50. Like I say, I drove, you know what I'm saying, all the way to Buffalo, all the way to New York just to knock out This Is 50. I just drove to the Raw podcast all the way, you know, from New Orleans to ATL. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get there, like even like when I met Sean Cotton gave me a free interview because I dealt with him. I paid for blog, you know, space before. You see what I'm saying? And then at times I didn't. You know,
it was work.
Oh yes, it's listen. See, I understand the game. When I saw how my city was operating in the unprofessionalism in New Orleans, that made me reach out to a broader space. And I understand numbers. You know, I understand that we got 7 billion people in the world. I understand it's not just the 4,000.
In Louisiana, we got like 400,000 people as a whole.
Nah, in Louisiana, we got like 4 million.
Oh, I was like 400,000. Like it's like because if like Houston got 4 million people living in the city of Houston.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, let's say from Jefferson Parish and Orleans Parish, that's 400,000 right there together.
Right.
As a whole, that's like a half of, you know what I'm saying? That's like a half a meal. you know, just roughly speaking, you feel what I'm saying?
But you
And
gotta break that down to like it's probably like
it's a million.
100,000 people like hip hop music out of them 400,000 people.
It's like 50,000 people that do hip hop music,
and everybody not gonna like you.
Everybody not gonna like you, and I understood that. So it's like by me understanding that, man, everybody's not meant to like me. I'm gonna go where I know they're gonna like me. So that's why you see me in New York, you see me in Philly, you see me in Chicago, you see me in Tennessee, you see me in all these different, from Kansas City to Alabama to Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to colleges. You know, I've been tapping in with the college scene. Like I've been going to look for the radio host that's on the college, you know, because they got college radio and it's free. All you have to do is go find a student and have a conversation with them. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like building a wave, you know, it takes time, but at the same time, it takes work. And a lot of people don't want to put in the work. And I understand what a lot of people are saying about, you know, certain people could help us, and which is true in a sense. Like, you know, like when they see you working, I feel like they should reach out to you and be like, man, look, man, because me, I always give somebody a helping hand. Like every artist that came to me, I done gave them free studio time. I done gave them, you know, if they ain't had the money, like, man, look, man, you good. Let's do it. You feel what I'm saying?
Like it just be like me. Like if an artist come to me and like I said on like my price list, hey, but don't go around and talk bad about me. That's my price list. Why don't you just tell me what your budget is, and I might, you know, and I might put something on that together for you instead of just charging too much or whatever. You like. Hey, but you already burning, like you're already burning like bridges. Go and talk bad about another person, and like you don't even know, like, and that person actually don't mind working with you.
See, because at the end of the day, it's a business. So
right.
I spent bread from listen, and don't get me wrong, I didn't have managers that actually took and put money behind me. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I was connected with you might know Keon Foley.
Yeah, Keon.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Keon.
Foley.
And I had Foley. Yeah, I had those people put money behind me. Like that's how I got to Black and White. Like I had people putting money ready to take me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have like $100,000 deals in front of me. Like I'm at the table doing the imprint for my own label. I'm saying I done been in meetings with Rick Ross. You feel what I'm saying? Double MG and Sam Sneak. Like this is real shit. You know, on the record. And it's like, what you say?
I saw you at the pool party.
Yeah, real talk, and that's besides the pool party.
Like people even know that I said, but like, but that's just, you know, you in this man's house.
Yes, and what I'm saying, I'm in this man's house. Like I'm really there. Like when I walk in the security, you know, in the fruits of Islam that's around Ross tap them and tell them, man, let him through. Like that type of thing. You know, and I'm discussing with Rosie. I had discussions with Sam Sneak and, you know, Wale really embraced me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've been in them settings to where like, you know, I could really get business in. And it's just all about approaching people the right way, man, having your business right. And I understood earlier, like I say, before I went to school for music business. And I passed every class at the top of my class, straight A's, you feel what I'm saying? And before I went there, I had already knew the business. Like the professors would tell you, like, man, this guy really like, they're like, he gonna run a class because I knew the business already. Right. And that's come from me reading and studying and then trial and error and just experiencing and just getting the game and then spending money.
Because I have like this music business book, I had about 6 months, I still didn't read it. So I know I just gotta get more on to like things like that as well.
I'm gonna say this for people like you that's busy, man, it's a thing called Audible. You feel what I'm saying? And Audible, what it is, it got Audible books on it. And all those books, what you do 30 times. Listen, if you just do a chapter a day, I don't give you do a chapter an hour, 2 chapters an hour, 3 chapters an hour. It's just hearing the information constantly come through like a podcast. It's good to do that, and that's what I do a lot. I do it a lot because I don't have time to sit there and read a full book. So I use Audible, you know what I'm saying, to make up, because I like every month I need to read at least 5 books. At least 5 books. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that way I can keep the information. What you say?
But you gotta educate yourself.
Man, you said what I got to, like what kind of book I
have?
As
a person, like any business you in, you have to like educate yourself on it.
Oh yeah, yes. Like listen, that's why I say school, and I'm still in college right now. I have 2 more semesters. I'm going to school for business, music business, and info technology. So I'm still in school right now, and I'm like, I got a GPA. You know, I come from the streets. Like, you know, I was in jail for murder. You know, so I was in jail for guns, vests, drugs. I was in jail for distribution of coke and weed and heroin. But I'm just like, I crossed the lines to where it's like, all right, boom, this was my life. you know, I chose to do the righteous thing. So it's like, man, I'm full-time with this music. So when you talk to me about music, I'm really full-time. Like, I really was on a radio station at Loyola University and actually a host. You know, I'm in UP class. I'm sitting in there, you know, shout out to the staff at, you know, shout out UP at Loyola University. He runs the music program over there for hip hop. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, man, you know, like, I be in the mix. I go to all the meets. Like, you know, we got meetings and conferences that the Jazz Fest hold every year. That Musa spoke on a panel before. I see Black and Miles spoke on the panel. But a lot of people need to know, they need to tap in with these different things, because you need to be here. Because some of these people that deal with the actual music business are in these rooms, and you get the chance to talk to a publicist, a real publicist, somebody who really can help. And then another thing, what people don't understand.
I just want to say that about the publicist part. Like, that's what I was trying to tell artists in Clubhouse. Like, you know, all y'all complain about the blogs, but actually, if you get a publicist, that's supposed to reach out onto the media platforms for you. Yeah, but that's one of their jobs.
That's completely their job, but this is the thing. You know, in the publicist job is dealing with brand management as well, because, you know, you got to present that perfect brand. And have
one of their jobs, I was saying, basically.
Yeah, that's one of their jobs. And then you got to have the perfect EPK. That's an electronic press kit. A lot of artists don't even have electronic press kit. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, what I found out, like, Clubhouse is a beautiful app, but don't never sleep on, because I found a lot of publicists on LinkedIn. You got to remember, man, they on LinkedIn, and people don't use LinkedIn like that. I got in touch with XXL.
I think everybody gonna join Clubhouse.
No, everybody's gonna join Clubhouse. Don't get me wrong. Hey, but you know, it's coming. Once they open it up to the public, like right now, we're ahead of the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've been on there, and I'm like, man, dog, I'm just happy to be in this space, because now we get to talk to people that normally, like, I've been putting in work, so I get to talk to people that I normally wouldn't, even they may have seen me.
Like one-on-one conversation with that person.
I really can have that conversation with that person. And now you can see my personality. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, when I was in jail, you know, I've read over 1 million books, dog. Like, I've been in there 13 years. All I did was read. And anybody who know me, like I say, I wrote down the whole New Orleans on a piece of paper. I wrote that down. And everybody, before they knew who I was at their front door. Because I asked people when they came in, who hot out there? I was coming home at 25. Who hot out there? When they told me it was hot, I wrote that down. I said, I'm gonna reach out to these people. You feel what I'm saying? So, and even when I was in work release, look at the type of shit I used to do. Like I say, I'm like really the god of marketing. I was inside of work release, right? And I want the artists to be inspired by these stories, because no matter what situation you in, you always can promote. I was inside of work release. So every morning they had the women coming from Bastrop. You know, it was like up north Louisiana. I was at a chicken plant in Farmerville, Louisiana. So this is a small town in Louisiana. But the thing, what I realized is all kind of different girls coming from their metropolitan area. So most dudes, you know, yeah, of course they want to holler at the females. You know what I'm saying? We kind of free. So, you know, nigga won't try to, you know, do their little thing. Me, I'm going at the female like, look, I don't want no number from you or nothing. All I want you to do, here's my music on YouTube, Spotify, such and such and such. Go look me up. They come back like, man, dude, you really a star. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I was building the base up north. So I found all kind of ways. And even when I was in jail, I'll give people, when they go home, I'll make people get on the phone, and I'll tell people like, look, man, tell them to go check this out. Tell them to go check this out. So I was promoting while I was in the cane. I've been getting it in. You feel what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, you know, that's just like a thing. Like, I actually tell people, like, but I actually created Nolazine for the jail, like, because I know so many people doing life and stuff. But, like, you know, everybody in jail won't just feel like, you know, everybody won't tap in on that, what's going on in that, you know, for the outside world. So, like, you know, everybody got a phone now. So, like, I'm just be trying to put so many dudes in jail on new artists. Like, you know, because everybody got a phone and YouTube in jail, so they actually watching these artists. So I'm like, man, I really like, hey, but I love when, like, do some jail, DM me, man, I love what you're doing, man. Man, tell everybody about that, because guess what? It's buku people in jail, like all that streams count too.
Man, listen what I'm trying to tell you, brother. Jail, I think the jail really, man, they promoted me so much. I'm like legendary. And listen, in the box.
Yeah, they build relationships too.
Like, I'm literally legendary in prison. And not only that, I'm like probably was the first artist in the 504 area code to have my music on JP. Ain't too many artists had their music on JP. We not talking about Wayne and nothing like that. I'm talking about, you know, like far as dudes who really getting out the mud and grinding. I got all my music on JP, and I've been trying to put dudes on game and let them know, like, man, that's a whole other marketing in prison, because all we do is listen to music. When we in that, so I lived with my headphones. That's why I'm musically inclined. Like I live with them bitches. And I'm talking about people in prison got time to actually listening to you, get into your story. That's why I say people need to start doing these vlogs and doing these magazines, like getting the publicists to get you a different magazine, because those dudes are still reading these magazines. Those dudes are still reading books. Those dudes are tapped into the phone. So it's like, man, all that shit is good. You know what I'm saying? And I listen, I'm a J.
The phone is, but that's the reason why I like started writing articles too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was a beautiful thing. I like when you did that. And my thing is this, I'm tapped in on a JPay. I got niggas on my JP. And not only that, like dudes I met, I might have even met them, you know, I met them when I was in prison, or even if a nigga call home and ask me for something and I got that money in my pocket, I'm hitting them dudes with a cash app. I'm doing this, man, what's your cash app? This is what I do. I advocate for the people in prison because I really want them to be free. And I know there's a lot of people out there in prison. What you said?
I was saying, but you were like one of them before, like, but you know how it is.
But yes, what I'm saying. So I can relate. I can't turn my back on something that I was there, so I can relate. So what I do is I try my best to make
right now.
What you said?
But it made you to become that person who you are right now.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like I spent hours in jail, like don't get me wrong, like jail to me was like a college, because I actually, you know, I took culinary arts in jail. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from jail, bro. So you can't really shit on that. And even Malcolm X and a lot of good scholars always say that. They say that, man, they would like for every person to go to jail at least 1 year, right, because it's reflective. No, I mean, you know, not like, you gotta understand what he's saying before, you know, people take that out of content and be like, oh man, you talking about they gotta go to jail. No, that's not that. I'm telling you that what Malcolm X was saying, he was like, when he went to prison, he looked at it like it evolved him, just like Nelson Mandela. Being able to think in a solid cell for 1 year, your level of thinking is gonna, you know, reach a whole other plateau.
And like every time I went to jail, I just like, man, I gotta come up with a different plan. Like I gotta strategize different. I can't move the same way. Like I'm gonna tell my mom all the time, like she always let me be free all that and just let me do what I want to do. So the thing was, I knew like if I'm going to jail for this ain't working. So I need to be doing something else. I just always had a different plan every time I was released. But like I never had the experience of going to jail for months or something like, but it'd be like weeks. It's like that shit add up, but you still networking to meet people. Like, so, like believe it or not, like if your reputation in jail can actually help you on the outside world.
Facts. So imagine you sitting there like, bro, I was in the cell for 365 days by myself. Right. So imagine me not having to talk to nobody. Only way I can talk is through a chase. I can look up in the chase and they got other people in there. Huh?
You know, I think that's like most people can't do it. Like I'm like, man, I don't see how dudes won't be on PC. I'll go crazy in a little room by myself, tripping.
So imagine I'm in a box inside of, I'm in a box inside of a box inside of a box. So it's like, you know, I'm caged in all the way deep down in there. You know what I'm saying? I was in extended lockdown. So just think about the things I can think about. So you said you've been in prison, you know, a couple of days, or you were just in jail a couple of days, and you thought about a plan. So I thought about I damn near thought, man, probably billions of fucking plans at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like me seeing certain things, I look at it from, you know, I stand back, I listen, and I'm always a student. I'm forever a student of the game. So even when you talk, I listen, I learn. It don't matter who it is. So I'm forever a student. Because you can learn from anybody. And not only that, being a student, you're humble. You have a humble mentality when you're a student.
Right. Like you always have to be willing to learn. Like you learn something every day. Like it would basically like just depends on like who you talking to.
It depends on who you talking to, because man, I'm a centralized. I'm giving Jews every time I drive, and you know every time I seen you in public, and you say, man, so what's this or what's that or what's that? You like ain't too many people like Giasson. He might call me, man, what's this, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Gas, he might call me, what's this or what's that? And I'm gonna give it to him freely. And it don't matter. It's not just them. I don't segregate it. I ain't biased towards nobody. So whoever asks me a question, I'm going with it. Man, you have it. Okay. You know?
So I'm like 3 years from now, I'm like, what do you see your music career going?
Man, see, we talked about that earlier. Now I'm talking about the lane. So I understand what lane I'm in. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Like, you know, like I said, I was just on there with some Grammy Award winners, and they heard my song Bubblegum produced by Black and Mild, and they was like, man, listen, you could blow up on TikTok right now with this song. You feel what I'm saying? So really, it's endless. I've been writing, I've been putting in work. So man, 3 years from now, bro, I'm gonna be in a more comfortable space, you know, with my career. I'm saying my money gonna be fluctuating the way I actually want it. Like right now, I pay my bills off rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing rap good enough to where I got it to pay my bills. You feel what I'm saying? And to me, that's love, because you got people that can't even get no money to pay their bills off rap. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like 3 years from now, I wanted to be at a level to where it's like, man, you know, it's not just paying my bills, but it's actually paying bills for the people around me. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely got you. And also, last but not least, like tell everybody, you know, that what can they find it on social media and just music platform.
Well, man, I'm out on my, you know what I'm saying? I run, you know, Hartford Empire Music Group, in which I'm the artist, and I have another artist, K-Cal, he's coming soon. You feel what I'm saying? You can find my music on YouTube. You can find my music. Like I got a link tree in my bio, you know what I'm saying? On IG. IG is Loyal Mott _ my clubhouse. Gotta plug the club out because you know I'm on the clubhouse. It's Loyal Lamont London, and my full name, so y'all can tap in with me there.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Tidal.
Gotta be on everything.
I'm on every single platform you could think about. The Spanish people listen to music. You know what I'm saying? The Latin community, I'm over there. If they in Asia, Beijing, I don't give a fuck where it's at. I'm worldwide. And what I mean by that, because I'm tapped into these sites and I actually talk to these people over these sites, I get my analytics and I make sure my analytics in place and I tap into those markets that I see. All right. Houston, they love me over there. So bam, let me go do some more promo in Houston. Let me go out there, make sure I tap in with people from Houston. Let me tap in with people. You know, I ain't flown overseas yet, but I'm probably the first nigga out of Scottsdale. I'm from Scottsdale, Harvey, Louisiana. I'm the first nigga out of Scottsdale with a motherfucking passport. Like literally amongst my group of friends, you know what I'm saying? Free all my friends who in the feds. You feel what I'm saying? In the county jail, and you know, rest in peace of those who passed away, like my brother Lavelle, and you know what I'm saying, so forth. And you know, it's like, you know, like I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself and my progress as a person. And like I was telling people, man, another motherfucker can't look at you and say, man, he's successful for you. You got to determine your own success. I'm saying you only can measure your own success. Right. But what's successful to you and what makes you happy and and give you that peace of mind, that's success for you as a person, as an individual. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely feel that. All right. But I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. You know, that was Elmont. We good.
Man, y'all already know. Man, you know what it is, man. I'm always tapped in with Darren, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's much love, bro. We gonna build, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need from me, or whatever anybody out there need from me, and y'all want to collab, y'all talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they got numbers, sometimes they don't. But I'm willing to help, you know what I'm saying, help you progress at any level, even if I gotta just drop the game on you and tell you how to get it, you know what I'm saying? So tap in with me, man. Y'all know the platforms. Y'all hit me on Twitter, Heartfelt Music. Y'all hit me on all the social sites, man. Y'all Google me, whatever. iHeartRadio, you know, y'all tap in. Fuck with me, 100.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.